Hey, what's
Yo,
up?
hello. How's it going?
Okay. uh
What's up? Sorry, you look quiet. One sec.
Okay, I can just keep talking until you
Okay, no,
dismiss
I
the
think
part.
I think we're good now.
Okay.
Okay, sick. What's up? How you doing?
Good, 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 good.
Nice. And okay, so I know you, but some of the viewers might not. So let's just run through the normal intro.
Sure.
Just say your tag, where you're from, how long you've been playing, and your goals for melee.
Yep. So my tag is life, and I play Marth, and I'm kind of from everywhere. Like I'm originally from Michigan. That's where I started playing. I went into college in Connecticut, so I played there for 2 years, and now I'm in SoCal. But I've played in like
There's something about
over
like your
1,000
mic
cities.
quality. It's I'm having some trouble
Hmm.
with it. Like I can kind of hear you, but it's just like a little a little messy. Are you using like a webcam mic?
No, I'm using a headset mic. It should be a good mic.
Huh.
Uh,
Maybe let's see. Maybe try moving it slightly further away or something. I'm not sure.
Is it like an echo? Because I know I'm in like a kind of enclosed space.
Yeah, it's like a little bit of like a feedback type echo thing, like
Let
during
me.
each like word. It's not like an extreme echo, and I can kind of hear you.
Yeah.
It's just like a little bit unclear.
Is this any better? Does that help?
I mean, I can understand that, so
Okay.
should be fine. Let's run it and we'll
Okay.
see. Someone
Okay.
said in chat
Sounds
it's the
good.
sound equivalent of 360p. That's like what it feels like.
Oh no, that's really weird. Yeah, it shouldn't. It should be a better microphone than that, but I'll figure
What
it
was
out.
that? Sorry.
It should be a better microphone than that, but I'll figure it out in the future, I guess.
Okay, I think you can kind of fix it by talking slightly slow because it
Yeah.
fixes like the reverb. It's unfortunate that this is like an issue right now, but I don't really know
Let
what to do.
me drop real quick and then rejoin and
Okay,
see if it helps. Okay. Is this any better?
maybe it seems like it might be.
Okay. Okay. I don't know.
Okay.
Uh,
Yeah, so okay, just try to not speak too quickly because then it kind of gets garbled. I feel like.
okay. I can
Um,
do that.
okay, so let's hop right in. Let's grab this VOD. So what are we going over today? What's the deal?
So this is my most recent set with Curve from
Okay,
Verdugo the week before last week. Uh,
okay, so it's the VOD you linked, but the timestamp is the timestamp right? Oh, the timestamp
it
is
should be.
right. It's just the names are wrong. I see. Okay,
Yes. Yeah, they forgot to change the names. It's gonna be like that for most of the set, but it's
okay,
fine.
yeah, that's fine.
Um,
All right, let's pull this up. All right. So, okay. So, what's the issue? What are we going like? What's
mhm.
going on with this?
So um, Curve, I've actually played 9 sets with Curve at this point uh, since coming to SoCal in like a couple months ago.
Hmm.
Um, and I've had 2 Game 5 sets with him, and both of the times, this one was a reverse 3-0, first of all, which was painful.
Oh, this
But
is the reverse 3-0. Okay.
yeah, um, it feels like there's like 2 different modes of Curve that I get. I
Hmm.
get the mode of Curve where he's playing kind of lazy and he's giving me a lot of free stuff,
Hmm.
and that one I can beat. But then oftentimes when he sort of realizes that he needs to tighten up, he does that, and then he becomes really, really hard for me to kill. Um,
Hmm.
and I feel like when he's not giving me that free stuff, I don't really understand how to reliably and consistently kill him,
Okay.
um, which I think probably speaks more to fundamental problems with my punish game and my game plan
Hmm.
than to Curve specifically. But Curve is particularly good at it,
Hmm.
especially on FD.
Okay.
I
Um.
actually chose not to take him back to FD in Game 5, which I think
Wow,
was a
that's
mistake, but
crazy.
yeah.
um.
uh,
Okay. So, do you want to watch the whole set, or do you want to start on the games that you lost and then go back to the games you won, or what do you want to do?
I kind of want to try to watch most of the set. We don't need to
Okay.
get through every single game,
Okay.
but we could maybe start with Game 1 and then we
Okay.
could go to like maybe Game 3 and then Game 4 or something like that. I'm not sure exactly,
Okay.
but I think
Well, all
each
right.
one
Let's
is
play it by
very
ear
distinctly different.
then.
Okay.
And if a situation comes up that is something that you were curious about, just make sure to mention it.
Hmm.
Okay, let's see. Hmm. Okay, that's fine.
I actually
Wow.
don't know where I double jumped there. I don't know if it was on the back air or if it was on the
I
shine.
think it's on the shine. Yeah.
Yeah, on the
There's no
shine.
way you double jumped here. Because you landed, jump,
Oh, you're right. Yeah,
fair, hit. You must have double jumped on this exact frame. Yeah, see?
yeah, I think
But
so.
the shine hit it. Yeah, that was weird.
Just a bad double jump. I shouldn't be pressing double jump there.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Messy start, but that's how
Hmm.
it goes a lot of times.
I do think both of us were playing really badly throughout the entire set, for what it's worth.
Yeah, that's tournament.
Yeah, it is.
There's almost never tournament sets where you're like, yeah, both of us just played 10 out of 10.
Yeah.
Like, even the guy who lost, yeah, 10 out of 10. Like, no. Okay, so kind of getting a gimp. Hmm.
And a lot of
I
things,
would really like to see. What were you gonna say? Sorry.
I was going to say a lot of the things that you see me doing, I don't actually think are good. Uh,
That's fine.
I do a
Yeah.
lot of things that I don't think are good.
I would like to see you do more nair, more short
Okay.
hop nair. Because I think like you're using it here. So the main purpose of Marth's short hop nair is okay. Have you seen any of my previous lessons where I talk about the tether range in the Fox Marth matchup?
No. I think I've
Oh,
heard the phrase tether range before, but I'm not sure what you mean exactly.
okay, yeah. So my whole like tether theory thing on the Fox Marth matchup, and even if somebody's not really like thinking about this, it'll still happen in the game. So the idea is that like Fox wants to either play max range against Marth, like far enough, basically far enough away that Fox can laser and feel like there's no unreactable moves that Marth can do, like no dash attack or
Hmm.
anything like that. So that's like long range, and then there's close range. And the idea of the tether is that once Fox gets close enough to Marth such that he can read a dash back and hit you, like if he's here and then it's about this range where like if Marth dashes back and Fox does short hop in down air or nair, Marth dash back will still get hit.
Hmm.
That's kind of like the idea. And then once Fox gets in that range, he sort of just wants to spam buttons and tear Marth apart. And
Okay.
that is kind of the general of like long range and then the tether range. And there's this range in between, which is the mid range. And the mid range is where normally Fox would space around other characters. Like that's where Fox would space around like Captain Falcon or something like that. And but against Marth, the mid range is sort of the range that Marth dominates because it's the range that Fox can't, like, the range when Fox nairs in and it's really obvious you can dash back grab it.
Hmm. Yeah.
That's Fox attacking out of the mid range. So
Right.
attacking out of the mid range doesn't work for Fox. All that he can do from the mid range is, I mean, if he attacks from the mid range, you're just gonna kill him for it. So all he can really do from the mid range is go from the mid range back to the super safe long range, or go from the mid range to the super advantageous close range against Marth.
Okay.
And I always tell Fox mains, you don't want to spend too much time in the mid range because you create more opportunities for both you to misjudge the distance and go for a bad attack, and Marth to do something like dash attack, dash in fair, dash in grab, or dash in like nair drift back or something like that and hit you.
How would you define the max range of the mid range in this matchup?
The max range of the mid range is the maximum range that Marth can dash attack.
Okay. At
So,
what point in his dash?
what do you mean?
Because like Marth can theoretically just dash all the way across the stage and dash attack. So I guess I'm
No, I'm
what
saying like if you did
with
an
a dash
instant
attack.
dash attack, the
Okay.
very tip of the sword is about where like that is what I consider like the end of like the mid range.
Okay.
Because if you're because like if you're any basically if you're any closer than that, or like if you pass that range where like you're like basically if you have entered the range with your dash such that there is an unreactable option that you can hit Fox with, which is dash
Mm-hmm.
attack, then you're no longer that's no longer long range where Fox can comfortably laser because he can get dash
Right. Right.
attacked.
That makes sense.
So a lot of times from the Marth end, you're doing the opposite goal. Where when Fox is at close range, your idea is to reestablish the mid range. And long range doesn't really matter, it's kind of like a stalemate position. But eventually, mid range has to be, or long range has to become mid range. And so I
Mm-hmm.
tell Foxes is like you start at long range, you go into mid range to try to bait Marth, and then if you get something out of him, you go to close range. And the idea is that you don't want to stay in the mid range for too long. I think I already mentioned that because you'll open
Mm-hmm.
yourself up to random options from Marth.
That makes sense.
So from the Marth end, basically you want to keep the mid range as long as possible because it creates more opportunities for Fox to give you something for free. And the Nair is basically like when you do your Nair, you're basically telling Fox like, hey, if you tried to close the gap from mid to short range, you'll probably get hit with my Nair.
Okay. Okay, that's interesting. Yeah,
And
that makes sense.
short hop late fair does the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
So when you end up, and let's see, okay, let's go past this. So when you're, let's see, nope, okay, after this. All right. So I'm not a huge fan of trying this up tilt because you're
Mm-hmm.
not because you basically you're letting him get too close. And there's a bunch of stuff where I've noticed where okay, that was just a tech skill error. I'm like oh my goodness. Okay, I saw some stuff earlier and I was like it'll come back up and then you just everybody keeps dying. So
Mm-hmm.
give me a second and I'll okay, so this is an example of sort of what I'm talking about. So this is like a continuous mid-range situation right here,
Right.
where like you could kind of maybe dash attack Fox, maybe, but you don't really want to pull the trigger, and Fox can't really hit you, so you feel like you feel pretty safe during this. Like you feel like you can react to anything that Fox does. The problem is if you do a nair like this, you got to be really careful because you're not this has this like because you're moving forward on the nair you actually like
Mm-hmm.
you created like a tether situation for the Fox,
Mm-hmm.
and so it immediately puts you in a position where like if you went for this and Fox naired in you would just get hit,
Right.
and you got to like pay like a lot of attention to that range. It's not that like I feel like you can't I feel like you're just it's not something it looks like you're super paying attention to yet.
Okay.
And I think I think literally just telling you that is probably enough.
Yeah, I think I know what you mean.
Ooh, that was sick. Okay, let's just watch game 2 because game 1 was ridiculous.
Yeah, game
Aha.
2 isn't quite as bad, but it's a lot of the same.
Okay, so yeah, so I basically just want to go over with you like how to frame these interactions. So this is really good. You come down, starts at mid range, you jump back, and this is perfect because if Fox tried to close the gap to close range with anything, dash in, short hop, or full hop, you actually have the opportunity to hit him for it. So this was good. It's still at mid range, but it's getting kind of close, and you do the same short hop here to be like, if he tries to close the distance, I'll hit him, and you get it. And that's kind of like a thing you want to repeat a lot.
Okay.
Where you're like, if he tries to close the gap from my mid range, where I can kind of just zone him to the close range, nice back air, then you want to hit him. And like a position like this is not like a fair. This is a nair position
Mm-hmm.
because you're thinking like you're moving back, and fair is more of like an aggressive tool. It's not really a defensive tool. Like if somebody's coming in on you, you don't really want to fair. Fair is when you're like kind of like you can use it as like a late defensive tool on the way down, but early fair is not defensive. Early fair is mostly aggressive.
Okay. So you think I should have done full drift back there if I wanted to do that sort of jump, like
Let
full
me
jump
see.
backwards there?
Right here, yeah, you should have most likely nared here. I'm not sure if in this exact spot the frames lined up perfectly, but the general position you would want to nair there.
Okay. I don't even know if I can do full drift back there. I'll have to practice that.
Well, okay, it doesn't have to be like okay, so maybe in this exact spot the nair is not good. In that spot, I would like you to dash back into the corner and just grab.
Okay.
Okay. Mm-hmm. So when you're running in here, you are doing Fox's job for him. So right now, you're creating a space where you're like, hey, jump into this and I'll grab you. He goes, nah, I'm going to do this. You could have actually punished this with a grab. Marth can pretty
Mm-hmm.
much always punish Fox aerials like this with a grab or a dash attack. You chose not to. It's fine. This is like basically slightly outside of mid range. But when you dash in this far,
Mm.
you're like basically Fox like let's say you moved but just barely. Like if you moved forward just barely here because you're slightly outside of the mid range. Let's say you moved to here, which is very clearly like mid range,
Mm.
instead of like here. Then what would happen is if Fox throws out this drill, this is a free punish because he's
Right.
attacking from the mid range. But because you moved forward too close, he's attacking from the tether range or the close range.
That makes sense. I think at the time I probably thought he was going to full dash back, but
Mm-hmm.
I don't think dashing forward into the center of the stage is that good, even if he does do a full dash back there.
Yeah, you basically just don't want to create situations where it's possible for Fox to create the close range. So, like, if you
Right.
thought he was gonna dash away here, what you could do is because that's what you're saying, right? That you thought he was gonna
Mm-hmm.
dash back, so you were trying to read that. Um,
Mm-hmm.
but what you can do is if he, let me go back to the previous location. Okay, so if you're right here and you think he's gonna dash away, all you need to do is maintain either long range or mid range, not close range. And so if he's going to dash away, he's not really accomplishing his goals. And so all you could do is chill here, make sure he doesn't come in. If he moves away, you take a little bit of space and just
Mm-hmm.
reestablish the mid range.
Right.
Because the longer he's in the mid range, the more, first of all, he's really uncomfortable because your moves could randomly hit him. And like so that's like the biggest factor is that he's under constant threat at the mid range. And if he ends up in the mid range in the corner, it's super over because then you just short hop and then you drift in late fair and Fox has to basically if Fox doesn't go to ledge and ledge dash in the corner against Marth short hop straight up drift in late fair, it's an unwinnable situation for Fox.
Mm-hmm.
So if he's think he's gonna go in the corner, just maintain that middle range. You don't need to read it by going in. This is the
Makes sense.
perfect example of a spot where I think that the nair is correct. Right here, where you short hop up right here, and you clearly know that something is coming, and this is when you would nair to block this instead of going to
Okay.
the platform. I mean, you could have naired this drill too. It's kind of interesting. Like if you had just stopped right here and done a nair right at the mid range, and if
Mm-hmm.
he came in, he would have gotten nair. Nair again. Okay. Hmm. I actually don't love this nair in the corner. Um, that one. You're a little too close. Nair is not very good when you're already in the tether range. When you're already in the
Mm-hmm.
tether range, you can basically just shield and dash. That's pretty much it. So like when you're right here, this is almost never gonna work. He's too close unless he literally jumps like you're basically creating a position that's just like kind of like a gamble when you had an advantage. I would prefer to just dash back, end up around here, and then set up the short hop up fair pressure.
So if I'm in that tether range, what tools would you suggest I use? And I know you mentioned shielding and dashing, but
You
what
have
are the goals of those tools?
to get back to the mid range.
Sure, yeah, yeah, yeah. But so dash back, I assume, would be Fox just doing things in place, right? Like a down tilt or um, something on those lines. And shield, I assume, is for like if he tries to like running, like call out my dash back specifically.
Shield is to beat drill, because he's gonna do a lot of like short hop drill, and
Hmm.
then you don't necessarily always want to dash back. Dash in is pretty good too. Um,
Okay.
but like you're basically in like escape mode. It's kind of the equivalent of coming down, like when you're getting sharked. Like when Fox gets really close to you, like I mean, you can it's like up tilt or something, but it's not that good.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
can also forward smash, like because sometimes foxes do like a little like 1-2 before they go in.
Hmm.
Depending on the percent, forward smash is not bad there. You can get a little bit of like a cheese out of it. It's just like a negative position. Like it's basically being like cornered. Like when Fox gets really close, it's just sort of over. You just it's not over, but like you are in a really bad position. So you gotta just like pick a direction, pick an option. Even roll is not that bad, but a lot of times they will read it.
Hmm.
So it's just something to keep in mind that like there's no super right answer to it. But like okay,
Okay.
this is like a good example of like how you'd play a scramble is you're like, ah, see, why are you shielding and why is the fox not shielding?
Hmm.
Because this is the tether range, so you're terrified. And you know this.
Hmm.
Like you know why you're scared here. And so he hits your shield a little bit, you get a spot dodge, whatever, you kind of wave dash out, and then he's gonna want to keep chasing you because he wants the tether to like stay in place. But you
Hmm.
might get like a scramble win like this. These are fine to go for. Like especially the fact that you're in the corner, like wave dash out, grab attempt, yeah, go for it. You don't really have a lot of good options there. And then okay, this
Okay.
is good. And then look, you made him back off, and then you're like, okay, I'm good. Because right here, he's just like, ah, okay. And now the tether's broken. And now we're back to the mid range. I would probably do slight dash back, dash in, nair in place here in case he tries to like instantly reestablish the tether. You did the forward smash, which basically accomplishes the same thing. Okay. Remember that these early fairs, these are not the defense you want them to be. This is the nair spot. If you're gonna do this, you want a nair, and the nair would hit him here.
Okay.
Good.
That
That
makes
nair
sense.
was really. Ooh, this was really good. Like this nair, because a lot of times from the fox end, the biggest moment that I would say from the fox end to close the distance and create the tether range, is to um, wait for Marth to do this nair because this nair is so good, and you want to get right outside the range of the nair and then instantly press in, which is what curve goes for right here. And this is just like a piece of the mix-up you got to be really used to. So when you do this nair, the nice thing is, as the Marth end, from the Marth end, you have the mix-ups. You have like slight mix-up on the nair timing. You know, frame one nair versus like frame 2 or 3 nair. Like those are they are pretty different where the hitboxes are. And
Hmm.
fast fall versus no fast fall, and your drift. So Marth has a decent amount of mix-ups here. So Fox has to make kind of some reads to get in afterward. And so what he does here is you do this nair. He tries to close the gap afterward, but he's not close enough. So you should just be aware of this. Is like when you do like a nair like this, if Fox is like here when your nair ends, he got you.
Hmm.
That just means he won neutral. Like he
Yeah.
won neutral in some capacity. Like he got you in a slightly negative position if he's right here when your nair ends. But if he's not right here, like literally like right here, like at the very tip of the sword when nair ends, he cannot punish you at all, and you can just immediately do another option, which you do. And that is why you catch him coming in, is because he was slightly too far away.
Hmm.
And then great down tilt. He reads you here on this fair. I think it's because you jumped forward. I'm a
Yeah.
huge fan of like in place jump in the corner. I know it's hard in that position. I'm just mentioning it.
No, I agree. I think the dash back was what uh, kind of fucked me there.
This is definitely fair fast fall up tilt instead of the up air here.
Okay.
Like you like bam fast fall up tilt.
Yeah, that makes sense. I think I was trying to full drift back on that double jump so I could hit him
Mm-hmm.
with the tipper hitbox at the beginning of the
Mm-hmm.
up air. Uh, because he was at like a mid%, and I wanted to cover everything if I could, or like most of everything, but uh,
Well,
I need to work on my platform combos
it's
a lot.
not a huge deal. It's just something I noticed that I'm like, oh, I would have up tilted there, but
Hmm.
ultimately it is Marth comboing spacies. You can find the kill, regardless.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, so right here, you really don't want to go for something like this. Like approaching grab is not the play unless you've established the mid range for a while. That's kind of the
Okay.
idea of like the approaching grab, is that like you've kind of put yourself in a position where Fox is sort of uh he's decided to sort of be like here and he's dash dancing and he's doing that a lot. Then you get the
Hmm.
approaching grab. But usually the approaching grab is not really good against Fox.
Okay.
Really good against some characters, but
So you think most of my grabs should either be with punishers or combos into grab?
no, I think the approaching grab is good. You just like the approaching grab is actually the main grab you'll get at top level.
Okay.
Because they're not gonna like pivot grabs obviously, but I'm saying like the most
Yeah.
active grab you're gonna get. Like when Zane plays Cody, he gets dash in grab, uh, and that's because he's establishing this range, and he knows that Cody is basically trying to play just barely outside the range of his nair, and
Hmm.
get into that sweet tether distance,
Right.
and as soon as Fox is trying to barely stay outside the range of your nair, he's in dash and grab range.
Right. Okay. So the Y isn't there, is
So
what you're
once you
saying.
establish these ranges, he's just gonna kind of naturally be in the grabbable range. But you don't really want to force many grabs other than that because he's, unless it's, plenty of other like random grabs that are good, like if he's shielding and stuff like that. But in terms of like
Hmm.
approaching grab, that's really it. And if Fox is just sort of chilling around, you don't really want to like make a run and grab read because 9 times out of 10 he's just spamming moves.
Okay.
Like if you get in close. Okay, you kind of did it again there. I would have preferred like a pressure. Marth's shield pressure is super sick nasty, like late fair pressure.
Hmm.
Um, Most people don't realize Marth's fair has the same shield pressure data as Fox Nair.
Hmm.
So you can like late fair and just be the safest person ever.
Yes. Yeah.
Same or extremely similar. Ooh, nice. That's the type of side B that wins you the whole set against somebody like Curve.
Yeah.
Because he's
Yeah.
just
I mean,
so clearly tilted.
yeah, you can see him. Just like, okay, he's not
Okay.
happy about it.
Aha. So this is actually really good to we can look at this neutral interaction and categorize it based on the ranges we talked about.
Hmm.
So, okay, he's you way dash back. This is kind of like this is like the long range, which is why neither of you feel threatened. And then you kind of go for this, which is fine, I guess. If you're gonna go for this against Fox, I actually have a really strong opinion against this or on this that you should always teeter cancel. He's too fast. You can do Waveland
Mm.
down, drop through fair against Falco because he's way slower, but against Fox, you have to teeter cancel or you literally just get eaten like half the time.
Okay.
So I do like Waveland forward, teeter cancel, and then drop fair. I actually like the teeter cancel a lot too because you can like teeter cancel, drop back fair and stuff like that, and like mix up runoff fast fall with drop through with drop back. I think it's just a way better option against Fox. He's too fast.
Okay.
Okay. And then, okay, putting this into context, we have ignoring this. This is close range. This is why you're panicking. You're like, okay. But he panics too for no reason. Even though he had a. It's probably because he's a 0 and you're at this and he's just like kind of scared.
Yeah.
But you move away, which is good. You set up the fair pressure. This is. Oh, okay. Well, I would prefer you set up the fair pressure here because he's shielding. Nair shield pressure is okay, but the fair is definitely better.
Hmm.
Mostly because the fair comes out really late, so you have time where if sometimes you do this short hop and you're waiting to do the fair and they jump out and then you just up air. Whereas if you do the nair, you're kind of committed to this position. Nair is a lot more defensive against Fox. Nair is your walling tool, and Nair and late fair are the walling tools. But late fair is also like your crazy pressure aggression tool.
Hmm.
Like late fair is like the best thing in the game against Fox for Marth, definitely. Okay. Oof. Slight miss. Okay, you got your whiff punish. Okay. And yeah, this is an example of you're trying to zone him, but you end at this range, and this is
Hmm.
like a little close. Like if I got this range as Marth against Fox, I would instantly dash back out of this snare because it's
That makes
close
sense.
enough that the Fox might, like the Fox definitely. If I got that as the Fox, I'd be like, nah, that's the tether range. Even if it's not, I'm
Hmm.
like, nah, I put in all that work. I got close enough. That's a freaking tether to me. And so I would always attack here, always after that position. And so as the Marth, you just always want to either shield or dash back or something. Avoid this attack.
Did I
It's definitely coming.
did I jump into that nair?
Let me see. I,
'Cause I think I did. It looks like a jump
yeah,
spot to
you
me.
jumped.
Yeah. Yeah. So you're saying I can just dash back to the ground
You
now?
you have to dash back because the attack is coming. Fox is faster than you. Like this is basically what happens if you like. This is why the tether range is so strong, is
Hmm.
because you do something and Fox does something and he wins every time.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow, really surprised that ledge grab didn't
I was too.
work. Yeah, really careful about this fair though. You definitely had the ability to space it better.
Yeah. I think he ran in further than I thought he would.
Mm-hmm. That's
I think
fine.
he kind of outplayed me there.
I see. Yeah, that makes sense. He didn't get the shine out of shield, so it's fine. Watch out for those approaching nairs. Those are really bad. That was
Hmm.
really good. That's why the fair pressure's goaded. Okay, your platform tech chases definitely need work.
Yeah.
It's it's mostly that it just doesn't look like the most comfortable part of your game.
Hmm.
Yeah,
How
this
would you
is
practice those? Just
what's
sort
up.
of like set up a situation in Uncle Punch and just platform tech chase over and over and over again, or?
Probably yeah. I mean that's how I get good at like grounded tech chasing. Um,
Hmm.
you could even like set up like an ambiguous replay where Fox does slide off and stuff like that if you wanted. Like there's plenty of ways to practice it, or like literally just like go and like combo practice and up throw Fox onto the side plat or up tilt him onto the side plat and then just practice on random DIs.
Okay.
It's mostly just that like you need to get comfy with it. Like it's not even that you need to like get it's not even like oh you're not thinking of the right options because there's not even that many options. It's mostly just like I think you spend a lot more time here than you
Hmm.
do here with him up here. Um, that's just what it feels like. It just feels like you're not like it feels like you're a lot more focused on winning the neutral than what happens after you win neutral, and that's
Yeah, that's definitely
fine.
true.
And I think that's totally okay. You like especially at like the point you are in like your development and stuff like that. I just think that just literally spending some time just putting Fox on the plat and hitting him for it will help without even thinking too hard about it.
Okay.
Let's see. I was gonna mention something here. Oh, this is what happens when you actually get tethered. Right here, where you're just like, oh no, like we traded tether time. Oh wait, no, it's not right here. It's right here. Boom, 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 boom. Like this. That is what Fox wants when he gets the tether. Is like
Hmm.
he's just gonna stay on you, and he's just gonna do whatever he can straight on you, and you're trying to get out, and you're just trying to break out. And when you finally get out right here, it's like, okay, he only did 30 damage. We're going back. We're going back to the mid range. And that is what happens. The mid range is reestablished, and you reestablish this whole like walling thing. You just slightly missed your pivot grab there. That was a good decision though. Boom, boom. Oh, misinput. Aha! I love the down air.
That combo route thing is actually also something I've been thinking about, where I did that up air, and the obvious thing is just down air him.
Yeah.
But I had this vision in my head that he was going to hard DI in, and I hard committed to it for no reason.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, that actually wasn't a misinput. I intended to do that like weird backwards double jump thing.
I see. Okay. Yeah. So it's just, it happened. Just like
Yeah.
a dropped combo then. Okay. Okay, so when Fox is doing this type of thing, where he likes the side plat, this is where you do ledge dash up tilt. Like I would literally, if I see the Fox doing this at all, and I'm pretty sure Zane
Hmm.
does this too, but I can't confirm, but I'm 99% sure this is how he does it. Is like if if Fox is like here, this is what you should expect. This is what the good Foxes will do. Um, And in fact, they'll usually get a little closer because they don't want you to do ledge dash attack and catch them out here. But if the fox is making use of this side plat and they're like, I'm gonna sit on the side plat, when you come off the ledge, I'm gonna hit you. Just literally refresh until they sit up here like a dummy and then ledge dash up tilt.
Yeah, I do a lot of ledge dash up tilt, especially in other matchups. Fox scares me a little bit more because he's so fast. But it is like you just kill him when you hit them.
Yeah, it's only when he keeps doing it. Like when he just keeps sitting on the side plat when you're on ledge.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a tough position. Remember
Curve
side
is also
B
very good at recovering against me.
Remember that side B is insanely good here. Like, oh yeah, you started to use it, but I look for it a lot more proactively. Like I would side B like right here. Okay, nice. Boom. Would have liked the tipper, but it happens.
Yeah. I noticed that watching it back. There was no reason to down tilt there.
Okay. I would also like to see a little bit more dash attack in neutral. Not a lot, but just a little bit.
Okay.
Like the fox needs to remember that dash attack is there to play neutral. Honestly. Did you think this was gonna not tipper?
Yeah, I intended to not tipper him.
I see.
I think it's because I double jumped straight up instead of double jumping towards him that I got the tipper hitbox.
I see. Yeah, okay.
But I think I was a bit late on it too. I think if I wanted to do that, I probably needed to.
I think you could probably do neutral B here, but I think he's at a high enough percent that you'd be fine. I can understand this though. Yeah. I can understand.
Yeah, I think I honestly hesitated. You can even see the hesitation like in the
no, I feel
clip.
Yeah, he definitely seems like he's really good at recovering against you, or you're having a lot of trouble edge guarding him. And I think that's probably why you have trouble killing him in the next few games.
Yeah.
Oh, that was sick. Oh, man. Okay,
also,
so yeah.
Something that Curve does a lot that kind of sets the tone for edge guard situations is this situation in particular, where he up Bs at like the lowest possible height above the ledge that he can still get an angle down towards it. And I was talking to him after one of our sets, and he told me that down tilt actually cannot reach this, even if you're teetering on the edge. You have to do specifically forward smash, and you have to be teetering to hit it.
Fox, yeah, I think from this spot down tilt won't work. If Fox is like here, down tilt will work. It's only the super ultra farthest perfect one that down tilt can't hit.
Okay.
But okay, let me think. Like
this whole game will kind of culminate in that situation like 4 times in a
row. No, I definitely not sure exactly what's the perfect option here.
Yeah, because forward smash obviously like once I showed him during this set that I could actually hit that forward smash, then he started doing the high angle over and over and over again. And then I kept forward smashing because I kept thinking he was going to do this, because in the previous 8 sets we played, he just spammed like Firefox the ledge in this spot over and over and over again because I never hit it.
So my initial thought is, without being able to confirm it, is you might be able to grab ledge and double jump back air, but I don't know for sure. You could also grab ledge and maybe do like a down air.
When you say double jump back air, do you mean like go back to stage but cover the ledge with back air?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not sure on the exact edge guard you could do. You might be able to fair it. Like fair edge cancel type of stuff. Like the fair goes pretty low.
Oh, I see.
Actually, okay, I actually really want to check this. I feel like this is gonna haunt me if I don't check it right now. And I think it'd be useful for both of us to know.
Yeah.
Training mode. Marth.
Let's see. Versus Fox. Battlefield. Okay. Oh, it's more like that, right? And then Alright, let's see what actually can hit it. Okay, fair does not hit. Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Let's see. I'm pretty sure downhill hit that. Downhill doesn't hit that? Yeah, so this is what he was talking about. The downhill can't hit it. The forward smash can, if you do it perfectly.
You have to be teetering, I think.
Mad early. Okay, let's try this. No way. What? That's literally on him. Okay, there. But okay, let me see. That's crazy. Okay, let's try. Okay, I gotta time it better.
Yeah, that one
that's not bad. I swear back air hits this. Back air hits everything. Yeah. That's crazy that misses sometimes, though.
Yeah.
Maybe that? Dude, that's so funny. That it doesn't... That it freaking nothing hits this. Like, that's crazy. I actually didn't know that there was that, like, ridiculous.
Yeah, it's messed up.
Let me see. I guess you could do something like that, like...
yeah.
And then cover the high one. So let me see if I do slot... Okay, slot 2 record would be... Oops, let's see. Okay. Oops, I'm so slow as Marth now. I'm just trying to up tilt it. Wow, I'm bad.
It's a pretty tight input.
But yeah, something like that maybe.
Yeah.
Or you could probably do like an up air. That.
Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah, so it looks like the runoff double jump fair might be your best option there. It's not really a position that that I'm super good at. But it looks like that might be your best shot. It'll catch everything, at least, especially at high percent. I think you can probably just kill out of that. But yeah, no, it is a very good recovery to use.
Yeah.
Don't forget about the side B. There were like 7 side Bs so far.
I ended up just grabbing him over and over again. He was spamming shield.
Okay. Oh, it's funny. Blur actually said the runoff double jump back fair in the chat, but I didn't see it. Yeah, somebody said that's why Zane wants Notch's banned.
Yeah,
in a position like this, my brain is definitely screaming run off fair or run off double jump fair here to cover the ledge. Or run off double jump down air or something to force him to go high.
I couldn't believe that the forward smash wouldn't hit there. Like, I was fully teetering off the stage when that forward smash missed.
Yeah, that is kind of crazy. I think you were late.
I think so. I think I was 1 frame late on it.
Yeah, he just slipped by the tipper. Crazy angle, though.
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness. Sheesh. That game. Okay, well, you're definitely having trouble killing him and edge guarding. I think the crazy thing is that, like, 8 missed edge guards or whatever, it's like, or like you just have a stock where you have to win like 10 interactions, but then if you hit 1 edge guard, suddenly, 9 of those interactions are just gone.
Yeah. Like,
you can just kill off of one thing. Even if your edge guards aren't 100%. Like, even if your edge guards on Fox are 50-50, that's still pretty good. Okay. I missed the tech chase. Okay. Definitely like grab here a lot more than the forward smash. Okay. Oof. He should not be comfortable doing that.
Just running and up smashing, yeah.
Like, you should definitely do the Kadoran. Like, have you watched Kadoran get off ledge?
No, no,
He
not specifically.
Yeah, so you should watch every VOD of Kadoran getting off ledge. He gets off ledge in like two ways ever, and it works really, really well. He basically just mixes up his fair timings off a ledge. If you do like the actual like invincible fair, it's so nasty.
Hmm.
Like the late invincible fair is just ridiculous. And you can basically mix up like holding like because Marth does that little hover at the edge of his at the top of his jump where like you can kind of extend it and then fair. Um, so like you can actually fair out to like here, but
Hmm.
you can also land like here. And so you can basically create a situation where something like this will never ever ever work because you'll just always fair him for this.
Okay.
Like and just watch Kadoran. It's annoying to watch Kadoran sets against people who don't know how to play, who don't know what Kadoran does, just because they get surprised. They're like, he fared from ledge again. He fared from ledge again, and it's like, dude, he does it every time. Like he does it every time. And there's just like a few variations of it that you can mix up that make it really hard to deal with it.
Hmm. That's interesting.
Okay. Okay, nice. I think that one actually covered both because he was closer. Like,
Yeah,
I'm
I
pretty
think
sure
so.
this just covers everything except for super duper high.
Yeah, and I think I probably have time to hit him after super duper high anyway.
Mm-hmm. I definitely think your punish and edge guarding game is definitely the weakest part of your gameplay,
Yeah,
and
I
like
agree.
even like your tech chases are super like inconsistent.
Hmm.
It just doesn't look comfy. That's the thing.
Yeah,
Because it doesn't. Because
yeah,
like you're dropping them, like it just doesn't. Like every time you get a combo, I see your brain like expand to the size of a city. And you're just like, oh my goodness, my pivot triple back air will shake the foundations of the earth. And it's like, bro, you just need to get really good at tech chasing and up airing over and over again.
yeah,
Like please.
yeah. I definitely feel like there's two things there that are very true. One of them is that I make the game a lot harder on myself than I need to, especially with
Mm-hmm.
my combo game. And the other one is that like I think I was playing pretty bad in this set. It's not usually this bad, but I do think that my combo game is the weakest part.
Well,
Um,
that's actually really what I'm talking about. Is that you need the ultra basic brainless combo game as your foundation,
mhm,
and then when you're feeling it, like I mean, look at Zane. When he's feeling it, you can see it. He starts doing multi edge cancel, pivot, edge grab, blah blah blah, crazy combos, like insane combos,
mhm,
right? But then, like most of the time, and especially when he's under pressure or he's playing bad, he just does the up airs, the fairs, the basic, up air, nair, up air, up B, and then edge guard, and he just kind of does like the same stuff, combo into tipper, like really, really basic stuff. And so I think one thing you really need is like a way more confident foundation in like the ultra basic combos so that you can say like you need a fallback. You need to be like, I'm not playing great. So I just need to do fair forward smash.
mhm.
And I think that missing foundation for it's also like when you get a tech chase, I can feel it. Like I can feel the energy is not like, oh yeah, tech chase time. You're just like, oh holy moly, tech chase? React. And it's like, no, bro, like you want it to be comfy. Like when you get the tech chase, you need it to be like it's your time now. It needs to feel very comfy. Even if you miss it, I shouldn't feel your brain go into like an uncomfortable state. Like you should comfortably miss your textures. Like, I always hit those. And then you miss it and you're like, oh. Like that should be the feeling.
Mhm. How would you practice those?
Just grind it. Just like literally put Fox at knockdown percent and up air him or something like that, and just tech chase out of it, or see what's something Marth can do that just guarantees a knockdown. Um, Down air maybe, and then have him pop up and tech chase out of that. Just anything that gives you like a somewhat. You could probably just set him at like no DI, and then like forward throw and just tech chase out of it over and over, something like that.
Mhm.
Or do custom DI and have him go slightly further away.
I'm
Um,
pretty comfortable with specifically the forward throw tech chase, but not with a lot of other
okay,
tech
so
chases.
SF says in chat that Kadoran uses Dare to practice reaction tech chase.
Interesting. So what type of downer is that? Like you just downers a fox who's at like 30 or something, and then
Yeah,
just
you
wait for
just
him to
put him
die.
at a percent where he'll pop up at a range where you and like turn off his DI or something probably to start, and then just
Hmm.
just kind of downer him, and he pops up a little bit, and then you just reaction tech chase out of like the random option, with
Okay.
have him turn invincible when he's out of it and stuff like that. And a lot of times it's just like a measure of like time. I remember when I was practicing reaction tech chase a lot with Fox, and I remember I would just like turn on a movie or some music and just spend like an hour just mindlessly reaction tech chasing. And I was like,
Mm.
man, who am I kidding? I'm not getting any better. And then I went to Verdugo and somebody teched in place and I saw it in like 4K HD 3000 FPS and I just grabbed and it was like the easiest thing I've ever done. And I was like, practicing works. Oh my goodness, like like so even like mindless practice on the tech chases and the combos and stuff can really help because
Mhm.
it's just literally getting your brain like used to doing the action. It's
Mhm.
like I don't know, playing catch with like a baseball or something. You're just training your brain like, oh, ball's there, catch it, Fox is
Mhm.
there, grab him. Fox is there, dash this way.
Okay.
All right, let's keep moving.
If we have time, I do want to at least go over the FD game as well.
Oh yeah, no, I think we have time. We started a little late. What time is it? We started at 2:03. We have 10 minutes left, so I'll finish up this game pretty quick, and we'll move on to the FD game.
Okay. Sounds good.
One thing, you don't want to chase Fox with Nairs here. If you're gonna chase, I don't even like chasing in general, but if you are gonna chase, you want to do like short hop double jump or like full hop instant double jump and then like tipper up airs and stuff like that or tipper fares up here. You don't want to be
Okay.
jumping way up and going for these nairs even when you're like invincible. It just puts you in too bad of a spot.
That makes sense.
You got the slide off there. Be really careful short hopping, empty short hopping like this in the corner. Uh, just because it's like it's not. How's the best way to describe it? Basically, a lot of foxes are stupid and they just see somebody in the corner and they're just like, I'm gonna nair in. It's the same
Hmm.
reason why you don't want to like spam like short hop laser in the corner as Falco a lot of times in foxes here because like it's just a position where they're just like nair in, please give me nair shine in the corner, and as dumb as it is, you might die for it.
So
Eyesight.
if you know that this Nair is coming, what option do you do to beat it?
You ready? Short hop nair. Short hop instant nair is the solution to this nair.
Okay.
That is like the exact bam dash back pivot nair right now would beat this 100%. Bam. You'd cut him out of this. It knocks down. You get the tech chase. He's dead.
So I get hit here because I try to wait for like a late
Because you
fair.
tried to do an empty hop. Yes. The empty
Yeah.
hop
Okay.
is like an aggressive action, not a defensive action.
That makes
Defensive
sense.
aerial is almost always short hop instant nair. Right there again. Exact same situation. You read that he's coming in, and that's why you go for this like shield grab thing or whatever you did here. But this can just be a nair. Every time you think he's coming in, it's a nair. And he can't
Okay.
react to drift back, drift in place, fast fall, etc. So it's pretty safe. Like from the Fox then, what you do is you kind of do something like dash in, Marth does the nair, dash away, dash in, Marth does the nair, dash away, dash in, bait the nair, and then go in after the nair, or something like that. Like you kind of have to get like a feeling that Marth is gonna keep doing the nair to even punish it. It's not something that it's not super risky for Marth there, to be honest.
Okay.
The nair is definitely the play in that spot. Alright, I'm just gonna skip to the FD game.
Cool.
Okay. Whoa. So you start off by immediately giving him his best range.
Hmm.
Something to avoid. And he's just gonna spam on you out of it. Okay. The nair's okay. like I actually Okay, in my head, I think if you're gonna make this exact read, you should probably forward smash, but it doesn't really matter that much.
Okay.
Just because they're both super duper punishable. and the forward smash, you know, I don't know, feels like it'd be probably better to me, but it doesn't. Not a huge deal. Watch out for those approaching nairs; they're not very good against Fox. This is just insanity to me. Like doing this. He's like, yeah, ha, you're crazy. Like, do you know which character this is? That's not Falco. Like, if this was Falco, yeah, this down air is sick. Fox, no way, dude. He's so fast. So, okay, so this is good. He creates this massive range to laser at. So it's fine to close it, and you stop precisely at the mid-range, which is good. And yeah, you're walling him at the mid-range. Aha. So he gets the perfect win here, which is this. Boom, boom. He's waiting, and he gets you get this nair, and he sees your drift back perfectly. And look where he is. He's in the ultimate range right here. So remember that when this situation comes up. Also, it's crazy how pixelated this video is. But like, look at your face. That's me when I lose on FD against Fox now. But okay, so when you're in this range, it's very important to recognize that, like, when Fox gets in this spot, he's expecting dash back. He's always going to expect dash back. And he can do mix-ups here to hit you no matter what you do. Like, you've already lost. He already read you in neutral, everything. You're already at a disadvantage. So you can expect that every option you do will be beatable in some way by something he does. But in my opinion, it's very important to mix in dash in here. So when you get this nair and you see that he spaces perfectly, it's tether time, he got me. So remember, there's that slightly further range where he thinks he kind of tethered. He's slightly more outside the range of your nair, and he's like, haha, I got in, but he didn't really. And then that's when you read his aggressive action by, like, walling or dashing back. But here he's too close. So if you dash back here, which, you know, I think you tried to wave dash back maybe or something.
I did, yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't really matter what you do. If you take a backwards action here, and first of all, it should never be wave dash, ever.
Yeah,
but if you dash back here, he would have caught this 100% of the time. But if you dash in, and he goes for this same shine, right here, you dash in, his shine will hit you back the other way, and he won't get a follow-up. And a lot of times that is the same for everything. The nair will hit the wrong way. The down air, you'll end up on the wrong side of his down air, or maybe he's drifting to the left and you're on the right side of his down air, so you get an easier SDI out, maybe a reversal, stuff like that. So when you're in that bad position, you have to give up on the idea of, like, the left-right zoning. Of like the mid-range where you're kind of holding him out. It's like, as soon as he breaks that and he's in the tether range, there is no left-right limit. There is no, like, holding him on one side. It's just literally pick a direction and go.
The fact that I got a wave dash, like, even to complete, also makes me wonder if I could just jump there. Because if you get airborne, you can just grab him out of the shine.
So I would say you can jump there. Like, but that's the thing is, like, so what I would say is that, in my opinion, the overwhelming amount of the time you want to be dashing in one direction or the other here. And the reason is, like I said, if he does nair, shine, or drill, and you dash in and it makes him hit the opposite direction, a lot of times you're going to be kind of safe. Like, you're going to be able to get out of it. So jumping beats drill, sort of, and definitely beats shine, but definitely gets hard ultra destroyed by nair. Like, ultra hard destroyed. Like, you will literally lose your entire stock, probably, against the best foxes. So, like, you can jump there, but I wouldn't say it's as ideal. Like, I would say that that's a situation where you land with fair, and you're like, I'm going to jump nair after my fair, because I think... You know, because the fair tether range and the nair tether range are similar. Or maybe you even land with your nair, and then you think he's slightly outside of the tether range. You think he spaced it badly. So you're going to do another instant nair to catch his instant approach. But let's say he's a little closer than you thought he was, so he actually gets his nair out before your nair. Then, yeah, it was basically... He won the neutral, you ended up in the tether situation, you went for the nair, or you went for the jump, and he hit you out of it. But you definitely don't want to go for, like, empty hop. And I would say that the jump should never be, not never, but it should probably not be, like, the intentional thing. You should probably focus on either dashing or shielding. And The jump is more like it'll happen sometimes when you're playing neutral anyway, because you'll decide to jump and you'll get hit. But if you're conscious of it, I prefer choosing a direction to dash.
Okay.
And we can go a couple minutes over time. I'll go till like 3:10.
Okay. Appreciate it.
Yeah, no problem. SoCal privilege. I went like 10 minutes over with Javes too. I'm like, no, the SoCal people. I know you weren't always SoCal, but as soon as you're here, you're SoCal. You're one of the boys, so we need to make you good.
I definitely feel like Curve breaks down my FD combo game better than most boxes I've played. Like I have no idea what to do there. Like that back air is obviously bad, but I have no idea what
right here.
Yeah. I grab him at 95. He DI's like slight behind.
The slight behind is super awkward. I would say weak up air.
Weak up air? Okay.
Weak up air, and then you're hunting for an up B. Like right here, weak up air, and then he'll pop up, and you can either fair him and look for closer to an edge guard, or if he gives you the up B, take the up B.
Okay. Is there a world where I'm not even supposed to up throw him? Like, should I just tech chase him there?
Probably not. Like, you should probably just always up throw. I mean, I don't know about this percent. I would probably back throw at this percent. Like, right here, I would just grab him an instant back throw because I can get back throw forward smash.
Yeah, yeah. If he DI'd the way he did in the game, back throw would kill him there for sure.
Well, I mean, if he DIs off stage here, he dies anyway from the back throw.
You think so?
Yeah. Oh, I mean, he's in a horrible edge guard position. If he's like below the stage, if you back throw here, and if he DIs to the left here and you back throw, he's gone. He's at 140, dude. Like he's definitely dead out of that.
Okay. I always thought of back throw as like an actual DI mix up there, but you're kind of saying I can just kill him.
Well, it's a DI mix up when you're not at the edge.
Right, right.
But he's at 140. Okay, so let's see. Okay, you missed the pivot grab. Missed that. You get reversaled. Missed the tech chase. Okay. Probably want to edge guard with something better than forward smash. The fair thing I think is a good idea to work on.
Yeah, I'll definitely work on the fair thing.
Dude, no, he's not doing squat. Like, he's not doing anything to prevent your combos. You're just doing up throw into nothing.
Yeah, that was a pivot forward smash attempt.
Yeah. Which I think is okay there, I guess. Yeah, I would actually just, like, watch a bunch of Zane on FD VODs and copy his combo game.
Okay.
This looks like a lack of confidence issue more than anything. Lack of confidence in... Not like it's like a lack of knowledge. Like, I can see the lack of confidence, and the lack of confidence implies that you're just lacking knowledge. Like, you're just not comfortable zero-deathing Fox on FD, and you're not comfortable comboing him into an edge guard and then edge guarding. And that's just honestly it. I think there's, like, several pieces of this that contribute where it's like you're not comfortable with the tech chases, so you don't really want to like tech chase him, and you're not really comfortable with like the chain grab into edge guards or the tippers, and so you can't really do that, and then you're not really comfortable once he's off stage, so you can't really do that, and it's like, yeah, imagine, it's crazy that he's not dying. And it's like, well, yeah. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that was definitely just like a playing bad type of back air. Okay, yeah, and I think grabbing edge is good. I think grabbing edge is a good edge guard against Fox here. Okay.
I actually tried the fair there, I guess.
Huh?
I don't do the fair at the timing that I'm supposed to beat that.
You don't do the fair what?
I don't do the fair at the correct timing.
But you did the
but
right
I did
fair.
sort of try it.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah, that is just entirely like a combo game issue. Like, it's just entirely that you're just not like, dude, you're kind of like this. Like, the thing is like there's like, I almost feel like this happens to you so often that it doesn't like hit. Like, you're not like, when you miss this, it it seems almost like business as usual. Yeah, that's fine. I'll just keep playing. Like you just kind of pressure out of it, and that like obviously during the tournament you should. I, I don't know how to describe it. I feel like you're used to missing your combos.
Yes, that is
and,
true.
and I can feel that, and I think that that is the biggest thing you need to fix. You need to get used to finishing your food, get used to finishing the combos, the edge guards. You need to get used to like I hit Fox, and then literally Fox died before he was able to adjust and do something. Like I hit him, and then I hit him off, and then that's the stock, and I'm at the exact same percent that I started when I was comboing Fox. Because you'll be like, I'm at 0 and I'm comboing Fox. And then he gets out, and now you're at 40, and you get him again, and he gets out, and now you're at 80, and you get him again, and he recovers, and then he hits you and he kills you. And you're like, man, I don't know what's going on. It's like, well, you got to kill him. So I think that's the biggest thing. Yeah. I think we went over a good amount of things. I think the ranges are really, really important. But I think that is going to be an easy adjustment for you. I think looking at the ranges and playing around those ranges and using Nair more defensively and stuff like that, I think that'll be a super easy adjustment. The thing that is holding you back as a player is definitely being comfortable edge guarding, tech chasing, and comboing. And so I would say start with practicing the grounded tech chase, practicing the platform tech chase, and set up a replay of the different from here down to ledge, straight, and up to platform, and just practice it a bunch of times. I think if you do those 3 things, you'll see a massive improvement.
Is there a way that I can guarantee while setting up the replay that the Fox is doing like the best possible angle?
You can go frame by frame and put it in the notch.
Okay. Okay.
That's my best. I don't know. Like I don't like there's definitely some way to program in exact coordinates, but I'm not on that level.
No worries.
Okay. Any additional questions, concerns, anything like that?
No. I guess. Do you record these? Like, can I find
yes,
a VOD
this
of
is.
this?
We're actually on stream right now.
Oh yeah. Okay.
And I will be uploading this to YouTube shortly. The Twitch VOD is going to be already up though, so you can watch the Twitch VOD if you'd like, and I'll be uploading it to YouTube within the next week or so, probably.
Okay. Perfect.
And
yeah, I'll definitely come back to this.
Yeah, if you have any additional questions, clips, whatever, feel free to send them over, and I can help you out with those. No problem.
Okay. Thank you.
All right. Great, man. I will send you my payment info, I think, and I'll talk to you later.
Sounds good.
All right. Okay. Great. Have a good one. Peace.
Yeah.